In this competition, you guys are going to be designing a custom motorcycle. And if DP Customs picks your design, you're going to get to see it built.
You know, there's going to be, I'm sure, many, excellent designs, right? But Justin and I are ultimately going to come up with one that we feel is the best.
We know with our, two heads working together that we can come up with something pretty cool, but we're still just two guys. So to have upwards of 30,000 people diving in on this to help us out, I mean, wow, who knows where this is going to go.
Every custom bike builder has their own signature style, and I think for you guys to be successful at this challenge, you should familiarize yourself with DP Customs' previous work.
We just have this style where we put these mixes of, let's say, auto racing elements into a bike, which maybe doesn't make sense, old hot rod cars into a bike, which probably doesn't make sense.
We still haven't quite figured out exactly what the ingredients are. We're just doing what comes natural to us.
When it comes to custom motorcycles, there's actually, it seems to me, just sort of a cliche. People say custom motorcycle and they say Harley Davidson, and it's amazing how often that is not what Justin and I are into.
The elements of custom motorcycles that you could say aren't our style are the prototypical chopper, the raked out front ends, 18-foot long wheelbase, skulls, fire, flames. Nothing wrong with it, but it's just not our style.
I would certainly if you have sort of that idea in your mind of custom Harley Davidson, just make sure you take a look at our portfolio before you start designing. Like most of our projects, the Del Rey bike started as a completely bone stock Sportster. The look that the bike evolved into started when I was having the design meeting with the customer. So this gentleman was a big fan of pretty much anything involved with 70s era F1 cars. And so for sure, one of the first things that pops up are those incredible Tyrrell P34, Elf Formula One cars. And right away, he was just like, oh my God, that would look incredible on a bike. Our goal really with every bike that we make is that this current bike is the best bike we have ever done. If you talk to my brother for greater than 10 minutes about cars, you're going to learn that his favorite hot rod of all time is the 55 Chevy.
The Graffiti bike started out as a 1979 Harley-Davidson Sportster Ironhead, went down a path of trying to bring the flavor and the heartbeat of an old school 1955 Chevy, killer car, and we ended up inspiring this motorcycle through that build with a Chevy hot rod wheel, with the black paint, everything mechanical just shows right there in the motorcycle, right down to the cone-shaped exhaust. It just really spoke American Graffiti and 55 hot rod.
Obviously, DP Customs bikes have a lot of racing influence, and one of my favorite bikes that they've done was actually influenced by race car driver Senna.
We're both huge fans of Ayrton Senna, Formula One, legend, and we really wanted to not necessarily make a motorcycle that's going to compete on a Formula One track. We just wanted to bring out the essence and the flavor of that era, and the great driver Ayrton Senna was.
Just about anybody who's watched a race in their life can immediately look at that bike and say, that's a Senna bike. And so we're super proud, and the name Defensor champion and everything that went along with it, that's in my opinion one of the best bikes we've ever done or ever will do.
Even cooler than the Del Prado brothers picking the winning design, we will have a film crew following them along throughout the entire build so that you can watch the winning motorcycle design come to life.
We get to decide on what the concept's going to be and who the winner's going to be. And with that snowballed against the filming of the bike behind the scenes as it's happening week by week until we have a finished product to fire up and rev up and drive out in front of people, it's blowing our minds already, and we can't wait to get there.
It's easy to participate in this design challenge. If you haven't already, sign up on the Forge. Then have a look at the design brief and download the ignition kit. Once you're ready, start designing, and remember, if your design gets picked, you're going to be able to see that bike come to life.